Why the best ideas show up when you're not even trying. Okay, you're trying really hard to think of something brilliant, staring at the blank page, drinking your fourth coffee, refreshing your email for the 47th time. Nothing happens. Then you give up. You go take a shower, and boom, the best idea you've had all week just shows up like, hey, what's up? What is even happening here? Welcome to Philosophical Raccoon, where we figure out why our minds are low-key trolling us all the time. So here's the thing. Your brain has two modes. Mode 1, you're driving the car. This is when you're actively thinking. You're in control. You're trying to solve the problem. Super concentrated. Stressed out of your mind. Mode 2, the car drives itself. This is when you're playing games, or walking, or doing that weird thing where you zone out at walls. You're not trying to think about anything. Take a wild guess, which mode gets all the good ideas? Yep, mode 2. I know, it's annoying. The secret workshop in your brain. While you're busy doom scrolling TikTok, there's this whole workshop happening in the back of your mind. The science nerds named it the default mode network, but that's super lame, so let's call it the idea factory that only opens when you're not looking. Here's the deal. Your brain takes all the stuff you experienced today, that awkward conversation, the problem you couldn't solve at work, that confusing comment somebody made, and your brain just starts playing with it, mixing things, connecting dots, trying different combinations like it's making a smoothie but with thoughts. What if I put this idea with that idea? Wait. This problem is actually similar to that other problem from 3 years ago. Oh, I just realized what that person actually meant. But here's the catch. Your brain only does this when you're not actively trying. When you're trying too hard, your brain is like, okay, I guess I'll just sit here then. But when you go touch grass, your brain is like, okay, time to cook. Why trying hard actually ruins everything. You want the answer, so you try really hard to find it. You're looking in all the obvious places. The same research you've checked 5 times. The standard approaches everyone uses. The solutions you've already tried. But the answer's actually hiding in some completely unexpected corner of your mind. This is what happens when you force creativity. Forcing equals looking only where you expect to find stuff. Not forcing equals your brain checks everywhere, including the weird places, the shower thoughts, the 3 a.m. ideas, the wait I just thought of something moments while waiting for the bus. These aren't random. They're your brain finally getting permission to check everywhere. Boredom is actually useful. I know, gross. Modern life hates being bored. Train ride, podcast, waiting in line, scroll, walking, music, sitting on the toilet, phone, eating, YouTube. We've filled every single gap with content, which sounds great until you realize those gaps were actually portals to good ideas. It's like you boarded up all the windows and then wonder why the house feels dark. Boredom is not a bug. It's literally the loading screen where your brain processes stuff. You can't skip the loading screen and also expect the game to work properly. The shy idea animal. Think of good ideas like a really shy forest animal. When you go stomping through the forest yelling, "Where are the ideas? I need ideas right now!" The animal hides. But when you just sit quietly on a log, not even thinking about it, the animal walks right up. Ideas don't respond to pressure. They respond to space. What scientists say, in a way you'll actually understand, researchers found that people are literally more creative when doing easy, boring tasks than when actively trying to solve problems. They had people do creative tests, then boring tasks, then creative tests again. The people who did boring tasks in between, better ideas. The people who did intense focus tasks in between, worse ideas. Your brain needs the boring parts to process the complicated and hard parts. It's like rest days at the gym, except this is rest days for your thoughts. How to actually get more ideas without trying. Do absolutely nothing sometimes. No phone, no music, no podcast, nothing. Just exist. Walk around, live your life, stare at stuff, feel weird about it. That's the point. Let tasks be boring, washing dishes. Don't put on a podcast. Let your brain wander. Same with folding laundry, cooking, lifting, or any repetitive thing. These are creativity time. Stop immediately after getting stuck. When you hit a wall, don't keep ramming your head into it. Go do something else. Let background processing take over. Come back later. The problem might solve itself like magic. It's not magic, it's neuroscience, but it feels like magic. Write thoughts down before sleep, not to solve them, just to give your brain permission to work on them overnight. Your brain is like, oh, okay, you want me to think about this? Cool, I got 8 hours. The thing nobody tells you. The best work doesn't happen when you're working. It happens in the gaps between working. The insight doesn't arrive during the meeting. It arrives on the walk after the meeting. The solution doesn't come while staring at the screen. It comes while staring out the window. This feels wrong because society told us that productivity equals constant doing. But creativity doesn't work like that. Creativity equals doing plus not doing plus letting your brain cook in between. Your brain is basically a slow cooker. You can't rush a slow cooker. You put ingredients in. You turn it on. You walk away. You do other stuff. Then you come back and it's done and it's actually good. Same with ideas. Put the problem in your brain. Stop thinking about it. Do literally anything else. Come back. The idea is ready. Trying to speed this up is like opening the slow cooker every 5 minutes asking, is it done yet? No, it's not done yet. And now you let all the heat out. Great job. The paradox that makes you want to scream. To get better ideas, you must try less. To solve problems faster, you must walk away from problems. To be more creative, you must be more bored. I know. It sounds fake, but it's real. Trust me. Your brain is not a machine you operate. It's more like a garden you give space to grow. If you've ever had a moment where you finally stopped trying and the answer just appeared, that wasn't luck. That was your brain doing what it does best when you're not micromanaging it. So maybe give your brain a break. Let it wander. Let it be bored. Let it stare at walls. Because apparently, that's when it does its best work. And if anyone asks what you're doing, just say important brain processing and stare mysteriously into the distance. If this made you feel better about procrastinating, letting your brain process, stick around. There's way more weird brain stuff where this came from.